Okay. I'm exhausted. I've been playing phone tag for far too long to get nothing resolved. Yay. I basically, I'm not going to do a big long rant. I just to summarize the state of affairs, ban private health insurance, give UBI, establish national rent controls. Honestly, the way some businesses nearby have been shuttering due to landlords raising rents, I think, rent controls for commercial and industrial uses also. Just like a fixed, you may charge no rents exceeding this many dollars per square feet. Period. Bit. And just set that to be affordable so that, like, anyone working for a living can have a little home to take care of themselves and their families from a rental perspective. Do that. Grant a universal basic income that will basically cover a one-bedroom, that'll give like one person a one-bedroom apartment or no, not even a one-bedroom. Like if you give one person a studio and some like food and all that, and then do national health care, like do those steps. Like if you're not willing to do actual socialism, do those steps at least, so that when you get something that keeps you from working, you don't have to spend all morning in bed, annoyed and in pain, playing phone tag between 3 different insurance companies and 2 different divisions of a hospital to try to make sure that you're not going to just lose your ability to pay your rent next month out of nowhere. I am so fucking just sick of everyone in this process. So I'm going to play Trails, and it's going to make me feel better. Yay. Previously... Oh, I see, because she said follow, we're controlling Ren. But yeah, previously... Professor Alba gassed everyone and kidnapped Estelle. And now we're in a flying sky fortress. And Ren's taking us somewhere, I don't know where. Ren's showing Estelle around, because Ren knows Estelle likes to explore. Oops, silly me, the sanctuary isn't this way. We need to use the elevator on the opposite side of the hallway. And she's being a little mean. Whoops, silly me. The elevator, it's right over there. Ren's doing it on purpose. That's why I'm doing it on purpose. Ren's like being a little troll, and Estelle's a little too like, what? Yay. Access to the sanctuary and engine room is restricted. Please provide voice identification. Enforcer number 15 Ren, codename Angel of Slaughter. Destination Sanctuary. Access granted. Welcome, Enforcer Ren. And here we are. This is the sanctuary. The professor should be just inside. Hey, Ren? What is it? Why are you the one controlling that Joshua Were you the one controlling the Joshua puppet at the base? Uh-huh, that's right. The professor asked me to. Neat, huh? So you're a victim of the society too? Huh? Never mind. Here I go. See you later! Ren. Ren is a victim. A casualty of the system. The gasp. Fucking playing a giant pipe organ like a villain. Oh my god. Really, Professor? That's so on the nose. I love it. And the decorations on top of those that suggest that those pillars are entirely cosmetic. Ah, welcome aboard the Glorious. It's been some time since we last met, Estelle. Ah, Professor Alba. I thought it was you. I'd finally remembered when I heard your voice a minute ago. Ah, Cassius Bright's daughter continues to impress. The seal on your memory wasn't particularly strong, but throwing it off on your own is still worth some manner of praise. Oh, my apologies. I've yet to properly introduce myself. My true name is George Weissman. I am one of the Angui, supervisors of the society. An Angui, so you're like one of the high commanders of the society? Something like that. Now, as I said before, I'm... Why are you becoming Indian? No, you're supposed to be bad Scottish. As I said before, I'm completely prepared to have you answer any questions you may have. What would you like to ask first? Honestly, there's so much to ask, I'm not sure where to start. Oh, you needn't fret. Take your time thinking things over. If it pleases you, I could play a relaxing etude while you collect your thoughts. Yeah, I think I'll pass. No, you don't strike me as someone who'd be into that sort of thing. You didn't strike me as someone who'd be into that sort of thing. Or whatever. Here's a question for you. Was the whole poor archaeologist thing a total act or what? Putting the poverty aside, I actually am an archaeologist. As an aside, I picked up the pipe organ during my time with the church. I may not be the Erebonian you spend so much time with, but I'd say I'm decent, wouldn't you? Hang on, the church, like the Septian? Ah, yes, I was something of an academic priest. A chance meeting with the Grand Master led to me discarding the path of faith. My knowledge of artifacts, paltry as it is, still proves useful from time to time, thankfully. With our current plan in particular. The one who tempted Colonel Richard into starting the coup, and the one who arranged all the gospel experiments. It was you? It certainly was. And it was all for the sake of our cause. Your gospel plan? I saw something in the research facility about that. Your plan's to take the areola, isn't it? Take the areola? Take the areola? That's not entirely accurate. But for the purposes of the conversation, it will suffice, yes. And I've become Indian again. No! I'm not trying to be Indian, I'm trying to be bad Scottish. What is the areola anyway? Why do you want it so bad? I know it's said to be one of the treasures of Idios, but just what is it? For the moment I must keep the exact nature of the areola a secret. I would, after all, so hate to spoil the surprise. The surprise, right, thanks. Our plan has moved to its third phase. Very, very soon its true nature will be plain to see. I can barely contain my anticipation. And once the areola has shown itself, then we will see the potential of mankind unfurl before our eyes. The potential of mankind? Ragnar said something about that too. Oh, the Holing Beast was willing to bestow his wisdom upon ye. Ah, perhaps you are doing more than simply living in your father's shadow. Spare me the flattery. What the hell, I keep asking you things and you keep dodging the answers. Oh, do forgive me, it wasn't my intention to be so evasive. I can, however, easily answer the question I know you want to ask most. The what? What keeps you from asking it? Ah, don't be afraid. Muster your courage and ask it of me. Joshua. Where's Joshua? His exact location is currently unknown to me. From what I've observed, he is up to something with those sky bandits. Their movements have proven to be quite elusive. Though he is alive and well, I can assure you. Okay. Joshua's speciality are covert operations and guerrilla warfare. I was the one who tuned him to excel at such, but he has long since surpassed even my greatest expectations. I gleefully await seeing the height of his potential. You... Oh, come now, you needn't look so angry. When Joshua was entrusted to my care, his heart was akin to a glass ornament dashed against a paving stone. He was my first attempt at rebuilding such a shattered soul. Is it not natural, you think, for an academic to be curious about the result of his work? Oh. What did you tell Joshua on the day of the Queen's birthday celebrations? Oh! Ah, nice hydrate. I merely removed the block on his memory and... I merely removed the block on his memory and told him the truth. That he, once taken to your home, had unwittingly been acting as a spy and sending cold information back to the Society. That Richard's coup succeeded in its own right is because of him, and finally, thanks to his efforts, the ground was at last fertile for our plan. I even rewarded him. I formally released him from his obligations to the Society. I finally get it. Why Joshua, that night, why he disappeared. Why he said goodbye with that look on his face. Yes, I must say I did find that regrettable. To think Joshua would abandon you so coldly after regaining himself. I'd recommended he just pretend he knew nothing of it and continue his life with you, but alas. I suppose my generosity backfired, no? I'm amazed you can even say that. You're the one who chased Joshua into a corner in the first place. He didn't have a choice. So he had to look like that and give his harmonica to me and say, "Goodbye, Estelle." All of it, every last bit. It's all your fault. Lo, the hell'd you come from? I was here from the start. You simply didn't bother to notice. What an undignified performance. Everyone. And you performed so well in completing my challenges, too. Did I not teach you to think before you act? Come on, give her some credit. It takes balls to pick a fight with him. Agreed. Regardless of her skills, her courage is certainly impressive. I wonder if we should call it courage or mere foolishness. Oh shit. So you're the Divine Blade's daughter. Oh, this would be the first time we've met. I'm Enforcer Number 0, Campanella the Fool. Nice to meet you. Another one? Oh, stop it, guys. You're scaring Estelle. Ren, too. You don't need to worry, Estelle. I know what I said last time, but we aren't here to hurt you or anything. Promise. Huh? Hey, Professor! Why not ask Estelle right now? Well, now is as good a time as any. How about it, Estelle? Would you like to join Ouroboros? What? I'm sorry, I must have misheard that. Would you say that one more time? I asked if you'd like to join the Society of Ouroboros. You wouldn't become a full-fledged enforcer right away, of course. You'd be more a candidate for the position. What? Are you insane? Oh, come now. It's hardly the leap of logic you are thinking. Joshua's been rather stubborn about returning. But with you here, he'd undoubtedly come back to us. On to you. Oh, Estelle, you want to see Josh again more than anything, right? If you join us, that'll come true right away. What's there even to think about? But, Oh, Naren, you still might need some time to weigh her options. We'll be departing the ship for a little while on business, Estelle. You may give us your answer when we return. I do apologize for this, but your options must remain fairly limited during your stay. Feel free to request anything you need, but you'll be staying in your cabin. If I join the society, I meet Joshua again. That's all but guaranteed. Besides, I don't have to join them for real, right? I just, pretend to join them and learn more about how they operate. I'm not the best actress in the world, so it might be hard, but it's better than just being locked up. That's stupid. That isn't the way I do things. Pardon me. Pardon me. Huh? You. Hey, no need to be so on guard. I've no intention of harming you. Though if you try something like that little stunt of yours earlier, I may have no choice. Yeah, well, sorry. What are you doing here anyway? Weren't you going off someplace? The professor and the others are the ones who'll be advancing the plan. I'm staying behind and minding the glorious. What is it you people are planning on doing? If you wish to find out, why not accept the professor's invitation? You'll learn most of our plans if you do. Seems you have your answer, but you're hesitating, aren't you? You want my advice, Estelle Bright? You're not suited for the Society of Ouroboros at all, in both ability and personality. Man, you have to be so completely blunt about it. Well, don't misunderstand me. The potential for the necessary skills within you, somewhere. But your personality? You have too little darkness within you to be part of the Ouroboros. Darkness? All those in service to the Grand Master bear some kind of darkness on their shoulders. Myself, the professor, the other enforcers. Joshua, too, needless to say. Hey, what's your relationship to Joshua anyway? A relationship? Josh was really weirdly focused on you. Seemed to know who you were even though he didn't recognize you with the mask on. On top of that, it seemed like he was desperate to find out who you were. That doesn't surprise me. The professor sealed part of his memory away. He was hypnotized in such a way that the moment he left the society, he could remember little about us. Even if he remembered his actions as part of the society, he could not remember his confederates. That would have been the core of his dilemma. That's The memories of his childhood would be the same. Even if he remembers Karen, he likely would have only loosely remembered me. I see, so that's why. Wait, Karen, I've heard that name before. Karen Estray, a childhood friend of mine and Joshua's older sister. She died 10 years ago. What? That harmonica you have was originally Karen's. Joshua held onto it as a memento, and it was passed on to you. Josh had an older sister? How? How did Karen, pass away? I hope you know what you're really asking. The answer to that question requires staring into the abyss in which Josh and the rest of us reside. And it will stare back. Are you prepared for that? Quit being an edgelord, Lo. Bad shit happens. That's just part of being an adult. Goodness gracious. Oh no! Something horrible happened to me. Wow. I can never be a good person again. You will experience an unless you're extremely fortunate, you'll experience an atrocity like once a decade, okay? Chill. There's a reason they say life is suffering. Tell me. I don't know if I'm ready for what's coming or whatever, but I want to know what kind of path Josh has followed. If nothing else, I have to know that. As you wish. It was a little over 10 years ago. Back when you could still find the village of Hamel on maps of Arabonia and Liberal. Hamel was a tiny little place. There weren't many other young people, so the three of us were always together. I dreamed of being a bracer. I spent my free time practicing swordsmanship. Karen and Josh would watch and encourage me. That was how we whiled away the days. Once I was done with practice, we would turn our ears to Karen's harmonica. Karen could play anything on that harmonica. Anything. But my favorite was always that old Arabonian folk-style song, The Whereabouts of Light. That's the theme for the game. It seemed like that bliss would last forever. We believed that. We had no reason to doubt it. The day dawned and began like any other, and then they came. A band of invaders, garbed in black, and armed with liberal weaponry, came from nowhere. They encircled the village and slaughtered everyone in sight. None were spared. Not the old and infirm, nor the young and defenseless. Not even infants. Those who were killed quickly in the opening moments were the luckiest by far. And the women. Even in the telling, there are some things I will not recount. Yeah, they were raped and then killed. We've all read about the atrocities of war before. We fled desperately from that hell. We were lucky to be in a position to escape when the attack began. We fled for the outskirts, the screams of our own families carried to our ears on the wind. When we got into the outskirts, I told Karen and Josh I could act as bait to confuse pursuers. I promised I'd catch up to them soon and sent them ahead. But the attackers had laid their plans well. They had people in position to deal with any who tried to flee. When I'd caught up to them, the scene was strangely quiet. A man, shot through the throat. Josh with a gun in his hand, dumbstruck. And Karen, holding Josh with a horrific wound on her back. She was barely breathing at that point. Even now, the scene seems surreal to me. Karen was calm and content. She entrusted her harmonica to Josh and asked I take care of him. And then she died quietly, there in that clearing. Shocked Estelle. I'm sorry. I've just had enough people in my life die that I just go, yep, that happens. It's sad when it happens, but that is no excuse to become a monster. That's why you mourn, right? You have a period of mourning, and then you move on, because you have to eventually. Why did that? The Empire invaded Liberal almost immediately afterwards. A defenseless little village, its inhabitants slaughtered by men with Liberal arms. It was almost too perfect an excuse to invade. It can't be. Liberal troops doing that? When the local garrison found us, they were adamant the invaders were Liberals. When the war ended a few months later with the Empire's defeat, however, we were given a different tale entirely. They told us instead that a band of Jaeger dropouts had turned to pure brigandry, and they told us to never speak to anyone else of the attack. The Erebonian authorities announced Hamel had been destroyed in a landslide, and all roads were to be closed completely. Hold on, what? Why would they lie about that? Neither explanation makes sense. It's almost like... Indeed. Everything was a fabrication by the Warhawks and the Empire to justify the invasion of Liberal. At the end of the war, the ruse was discovered, and the Imperial government was thrown in a panic. They conceded to a comprehensive peace and executed nearly everyone involved in the plot, all to pretend that it had never happened. That, Estelle, is the tragedy of Hamel in full. That was also when Joshua's heart was broken entirely. He was now burdened with the torturous death of his sister, his parents, and everyone he knew, even the shock of taking another man's life. How could that not shatter the soul of a 6-year-old child? Oh. You've likely heard the rest from Josh. His spirit was so wholly broken he lost all will to do anything but play the harmonica. He began to waste away. That's when the two of us were found by Weissman. To save Josh's life, I entrusted him to Weissman's care and threw myself into our Ouroboros training. And then, 2 years later, Josh, repaired as he was by Weissman, followed the same path. This is darkness, Estelle Bright. The word you're looking for is trauma, Lo. This is trauma. You've just spent this time trauma dumping on Estelle. She needs a moment to practice it, to like, process it, and you need to give her a little hug and a little glass of warm tea, okay? God, you're such an edgelord. And Weissman, I don't want to say Weissman is a shoddy shrink, because absolutely he's doing this on purpose to, like, trap and manipulate you all with your trauma into being, like, shitheads. But come on. This is why no one trusts shrinks. You understand the sort of gulf that separates you and Joshua now? You understand what he stares into every day? I do, yeah. Now I think I really understand why Josh left. Hey, next time you see him, tell Weissman thanks, but no thanks. I'll never join Ouroboros. It's not because I like or dislike the society, but as long as I'm going to pull Joshua back over that gulf you mentioned, forget it. But I feel kind of bad about letting Ren down after she went through all the trouble to invite me. Do you think she'll forgive me if I say I'm sorry? You're one of a kind, Estelle Bright. To hear these horrors and lose your hesitation, you truly are more than just the daughter of the Divine Blade. Thanks for the compliment, I guess. Hey, you say all that, but you care about Josh too, right? you were friends. Maybe more like brothers. Let me be absolutely clear, that was 10 years ago. To me now, he's nothing more than a rogue element to be eliminated. Well, the professor seems to enjoy letting Josh do as he pleases. I have a different plan in mind. Sooner or later, I'll deal with Josh personally. Lo is trying to commit suicide by Estelle. It's very sad. Wait a second, what the hell is this? Karen asked you to take care of him. Doesn't that mean anything to you? I have my own path I've chosen for myself. I've dedicated myself to my goal, and any who stand in my way shall die by my blade. Not even Karen's final request will stop me. How can you... The airships. Vroom, 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 vroom. Those are the professor and the others, yes. Looks like the third stage of the plan is getting underway. Third stage, what's... It's not for you to know. When we're finished, you'll be returned to your father. Behave until then. Now just, as a final note, don't even think of attempting to escape. The Glorious is 8,000 arg above the ground. You have nowhere to run. I need an arg to meters, or an arg to feet conversion, please. Don't even think of attempting to escape, he says. As if he doesn't know that it's human nature for me to want to do the exact opposite. Besides, he's the only enforcer on board. Why not? Let's do this. Okay, timing's gonna be everything. If I can figure that out, I'll be good. See, I wait a couple hours till they let their guard down, and then... Right, it's worth a shot. So this is a memento of Karen, huh? You can throw away something like this so easily, you idiot. Hey, time to change shifts. How's the girl acting? Quiet as a mouse. Might be a bracer, but she's still just a kid. Probably curled up in bed, scared out of her mind. Babysitting while everyone else is out sucks. So boring, I wanted to get out there in the action. Quit your whining. These are Lionheart's orders, and hell if I'm not going to follow his instructions to the letter. Huh? What's that sound? Hey, what are you doing? Don't think... She escaped? Damn it. Stupid girl, does she not get where she is? Is she trying to kill herself or something? Oh, Gehenna, take me right now. She probably fell. You gotta be kidding me. What are we gonna tell Lionheart that'll let us keep our heads? Damn brat. Nothing but a load of trouble. Damn brat, huh? You. Nice try, old man. Ugh. Never underestimate a bracer. First of all, don't you think that was a little rude, calling a sweet maiden like myself a damn brat? It wasn't me. I didn't call you that, I swear. Oh, you didn't? Well, you didn't correct your buddy then. Either way, it's nap time for you. Ugh. Estelle, blows on the head like that kill people. I think they may have never told Estelle that. How many people has Estelle just obliviously murdered by hitting them over the head with our stick and then walking away going, they're napping? Oh no. Okay. Reinforcements are gonna get here quick, so I should book it. Gotta be some way off this boat. And I won't give up. Not until I see Josh. Not until I see that dummy again. You won't stop for anything, Lo. Well, neither will I. Let's drop a save, because that was a long, almost 40-minute cutscene. Do either of you have treasure? No. Sanctuary. Focusal. I see. Let's take the Focusal elevator. Check the deck. What's this? Getting trapped. And ambushed. You get out of here. Yeah, we'll just eat something. We don't have the right spells to heal self.
We're good to go.
What do we got healings-wise? We're down 3. Let's eat some crap. Oh, hi. I didn't even see you coming as I was running down. Well. This is slightly concerning. Hurricane. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Okay, I think we can afford to Hurricane again, and that should take those two out. Don't do that.
All right, we rule.
Oh, I don't have fish fillets, so I can't make a Garden of Seedin, which will restore my CP. That's gonna us. Hey, turn around. Ah, we got surprised. Well, nothing to do but just bop you. And eat it.
Piece of cake.
Haha. Deck. Oh, I should have probably healed myself before I came out here. Whoops. Because there's going to be a boss fight. Whoa. Got on deck. Wrong way. This looks like the main deck. Someone tell me why this thing can be so huge and easy to get lost in. At this point, my only real hopes are to find a parachute or take control of one of the smaller airships. Either way, gotta keep going. Yeah. Either way, I gotta eat something with about 2,200. Let's eat a passion omelet. There she is. Crap. Far enough, girly. Not bad, escaping from custody for the glorious and all. Daughter Cassius Bright does not disappoint. Stand, of course, trying to resist is pointless. Be a good little girl and lay down your weapon. What a pathetic showing, Estella Bright. Huh? You don't recognize me with the helmet, do you? And then look in the face of the one who bested you. Huh? You remember at last? I doubt you ever thought you'd encounter me again, even in your worst nightmares. Who the fuck are you? I don't remember you. Oh, it's Mayor Downward's former steward? I think I remember you. You're Mayor Downward's something or other, right? How can you be so uncertain? Yes, I'm Gilbert, former steward of Mayor Dalmore. You can't even remember those you've arrested. Unbelievable. Excuse the heck out of me for being surprised. I mean, first of all, didn't we hand you over to the army for a trial and stuff? How'd you manage to get here? You doubt my resourcefulness? During the coup, I escaped in the chaos. Shortly thereafter, Ouroboros found me, so I pledged my allegiance to them. I don't know whether we're to call that tenacious or just thick-headed. Are you seriously a Jaeger? You're not actually going to fight, are you? Again, you underestimate me. I'm a prodigy of the sword as much as the pen, a master of both. Oh. Well, Estelle is a master of the rod and of bait. You could call her a master baiter. Ha ha, ha 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 ha. I'm so sorry. I remember you screamed back when you got roughed up by those special ops guys at the Loud House. Really think you're cut out for combat? It was all high-pitched, too, like... Silence! I've been part of a huge number of combat enhancement programs since I first entered the Society's service. My physical abilities have greatly increased, and my knowledge of battle tactics is unparalleled. So don't think you can best me again, Bracer scum. Oh, for the love of... Just play along for now. Now then, Estelle Bright, if you want to live, throw aside your stick, get on your knees, and beg for mercy. If you do that, I may even forgive your past transgressions. Oh, what an offer. I'm moved to tears over here, really. Sorry, I'm pretty thick-headed, too. Huh? Maybe I can't beat one of your crazy enforcers on my own, but I sure can throw down with the likes of you. So bring it on, Screamer. This is going to be a slight issue. This is an issue.
Let's see what color your blood is!
Yeah, okay. This is an issue.
I'm sorry.
All talk and no action. And we were ordered not to kill you, but a good beating should suit our needs just fine. Don't resist, will you? It'll make it so much more fun. Just in time. Looks like you're having a hard time. Allow me to insist. Oh, it's not necessary, soldier. We're about to start her punishment. You're certainly welcome to watch, though. I wasn't talking to you. What are you? Too slow. It's Josh. What? What are you doing? I'm sorry, you're not cut out for this. Whoa. Really, what were you thinking? You may be a full bracer, but you're still a total loose cannon. What were you trying to gain by trying to fight them all by yourself? No way. Josh? This isn't a dream, is it? Things would be nicer if this were a dream. Unfortunately, reality isn't so convenient. Huh? You finally show yourself. It's been a while, Lo. You knew I'd find my way on board. It was possible given your skills. Still, I am curious to know how you actually managed it. I boarded one of the scout ships that went ahead of Glorious to check its route. None of the enforcers were about, so it was trivial to sneak in. You even guessed that Weissman would request the Ark. You really haven't lost your touch, Black Fang. All thanks to you, really. It always was a bit nerve-wracking wondering if you or someone else would find me. There are few who can see through your skill at obfuscation. But stealth has its weakness. The instant someone notices you, you lose your one advantage. You've lost your advantage, Black Fang. What do you think a Fang can do against the Blade Lord? Wait. For your information, Lo, I'm still plenty ready to go. I don't care how strong you are, we won't make it easy on Stand Back, Estelle. Lo's powerful, more so than the both of us combined. And knowing that, you still came here. Some might call that naive, but I know you better than that. What drove you to leave her in the first place? If you wish to protect someone, protect them. If you wish to cut them from your life, do it. Completely. Did I not teach you to be thorough, to be decisive? Yes, you did. That was the very first lesson you taught me after Weissman was done tuning me. If she means that much to you, you should never have left her side. You should have stayed with her, tormented by guilt or otherwise. The fact you didn't is just another form of escapism. Nothing but deceit. Oh, I know that, Lo. I know what you're trying to tell me. Do you really? Josh. But in that case, what about you, Lo? This should have been my price alone to pay. My burden. Yet you joined the society too, and now they call you Blade Lord. Why are you still working with Weissman? My cooperation with Weissman has nothing to do with you. I do so because of my desires. Your desires? You mean about Karen? Petty revenge won't bring Karen back. So I want to see if her death was worth it. I want to put humanity to the test. That's why I'm working with the professor. Put humanity to the test. Enough talking. You have three options. You and the girl surrender, you protect the girl and die, or you abandon the girl and escape by yourself. Make your choice. Josh. Sorry, I'll be taking option 4. What? The Sky Bandits. You. I fiddled with the orbital engines a little. Left alone, the Society's glorious ark will be another wreck on the ocean floor soon. Hey, Josh, could you maybe warn me when you... You really are a magician. You need authorization for the engine room, so I don't think you'd be able to worm your way in there. I altered each of the 22 engines in a slightly different manner. Weissman could sort it out, maybe Ren. With them gone, the only one left is you, Lo. Final haste in the hole to put a stop to the plan. Well done. But to use it now... Just how long do you intend to keep deluding yourself? I hope you have an answer when next we meet. I'll be looking forward to it. Josh, we can talk later. I've got an airship prepared for an escape. We need to head down the stairs ahead and get to the hangar. Yeah, come on. Young lady plate. We need to cure Estelle after all. That's going to need 4,000. A premium herb tea. What level's Josh? One could say that we're 75 levels behind, but I think that that's not actually where we're supposed to be. I think it's just... Oh. What a waste.
That's that then.
Ooh, new shoes. Neither of them is actually worth anything. Okay. It's time. Cat ears? No, the tail is up Agate's ass. There you go. They're back together again, yay! Really? Tricker them.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Oh, that's irritating. You know what? You're in a line. Don't miss. Where? I really don't want to have to spend time healing here. We can heal after the fight. I'm getting annoyed. That's annoying. We'll remember to put on some anti-blindness stuff after. Well, that means I have to do a heal, which I was not looking forward to.
We're good to go.
Little brat. Do you have anything that cures KO?
We're good to go.
This is annoying because Josh could just die again, depending on what this thing decides to do. Okay. Josh, eat a tear.
We're good to go.
There we go. Ow!
That's that then. Let's move out.
Excellent. Yeah. Wear good shoes and you'll never see defeat. Yeah, we know.
Piece of cake.
Excellent. We get a nice recovery. I haven't really used a lot of EP, but you know what? We're here. Rig. Hanger. I forgot how convenient Josh was.
We're good to go.
If you get an ambush going, there's nothing that can stop you. Well, okay. Maybe not having quite enough EP to do your thing will... Or not enough CP to do your thing will stop you, but still. The moral of the game is been really catch them off guard and beat the shit out of them before they know what's happening.
Not done yet.
That's the optimal strategy. Another proxy puppet. I haven't really used those. Alright, that way leads to another little trap area. Isle of Sibcest. I really do need to redo my orbments at some point. Hey, turn around.
Not done yet.
Haha, hanger. Am I missing things? Probably, but my hernia is a little mad at me, and I'm not, like, a completionist. This feels like a go, 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 and get out sort of thing. Like, there's a sort of artificial timer. It's not real, but there's, like, a vibe of a timer. Hangars. Holy, since when does an airship have its own landing port? Yes, the Crimson Ark, the glorious pride of the societies, meant to be a mothership of sorts. It can provide berthing to up to 12 smaller vessels. It's unbelievable. Secured a ship earlier for our escape. It's in the hangar furthest in. Got it. I was trying to ambush it and got ambushed. Well. Hey, buddy. I heard you like to get penetrated. We're not done yet. Furthest in, you said. Okay. Ambush time! Josh, you're a little OP. Has anyone said that to you?
Piece of cake.
Yeah, a little late, aren't you? Campanella. You. Campanella. Oh, Joshua, how cold! You've that nice, long heart-to-heart with Lo, and you don't even step by to say hello with your old friend, Campanella? I didn't think you were still on the ship. Let me guess, you knew I was coming this way. Well, I am the one Grandmaster sent to observe the plan. It's my job to notice more than the others do, after all. It's impressive, though. You changed quite a bit in the, half-decade since we met? You've become much more of a man, And you literally haven't changed at all. Even your appearance is exactly the same. As though you haven't aged a day. Well, I make sure to never skip my daily skincare, after all. I've heard you enjoy a good romp in a dress every now and then. Perhaps I could introduce you to some cosmetics. Could you be any more aggravating? You were waiting here for us because you wanted to fight, right? Just fight us already. Oh my goodness, what a strong little girl. I'd wonder what kind of girl could pluck your heart like a grape, Joshua. She's a good match for you, huh? Who plucked whose heart like a... I forget myself, though. Your proper girlfriend is the bandit girl, isn't it? Oh, Josh, you're such a stud. It's quite enough of your nonsense. I have no idea how you even know about Josette, but either way. Our abilities in combat should be about the same. I doubt Estelle will sit idly by. Do you still intend to stop us with force? Oh, no, that wasn't my intent at all. As I said, I'm simply here to observe the plan unfold. I've no duty to impede you two directly. Really? Then why bother waiting for us here? To say my farewells, of course. But you know, just saying goodbye isn't very exciting at all. I thought I'd help make your escape story a bit more riveting. What? The pale Apache flying orbital puppet? A society already has working models? And so a new obstacle arises to block the reunited heroes. How will this affect their legend? Let's find out. Okay. You can take at least one of them out. And if it's not immune to AT delay, it'll kick it back down. Good. Let us handle these two. Okay, we'll start dropping a little bit on here. Get defense up. Hey. Don't do that. Don't die, Estelle. Don't you die either, Josh. Nope, nope, that's not who I wanted. God damn it. That was a waste. Well.
We're good to go.
We both have a spine. Let's go. You annoyance. What does damage that goes through? That's something. Okay. So, Josh might die here, but I think probably not. Yeah, Josh can take it.
This ends here.
Unfortunately, though, it means Josh is going to have to eat something before going forward. Critical mode. Well, in that case... Get flickered, idiot. And then... Oh, you can't dual strike. Really, Josh? Can't single target one of those like Estelle can? Hey. Let's flicker ya. Haha, get wrecked. And I heard you like to get penetrated.
We're good to go.
Oh, well done, well done. Expected no less of Joshua, but the Missy's really good as well. You, enough of your stupid messing around. Oh, now there's no need to be so angry. It's time for the fool whose act is done to exit. Stage right. You're not going stage right, honey. You're going straight, you're going like trapdoor. Stage right would be like off the left side of the screen. What? Well, then you two, let's meet again soon. He's gone. It's just an escape trip, he knows. Don't worry about it. More importantly, you sure they came this way? Did you hear the sounds, idiot? No doubt about it. We have to hurry. Right. Because action economy is important. Lock the door. I'll get the ship launched immediately. Got it. Activation key recognized. Confirmation code entered. And we can go. What? I'm opening the hatch with remote control. We'll be launching immediately. Take a seat. Okay. It's them! Fire, don't let them escape! I don't think that helps. We're falling! We'll be fine. We'll correct shortly. There we go. They think they can fly away? Hell with that. Sorted the airships were going after them. Oh, this is a radar, isn't it? There's 3 lights getting closer, I think. Pursuers. We'll need to evade them somehow. Josh, you know how to fly an airship? Basics, at least. This ship doesn't have any armaments, however. This isn't the best situation for us to be in. Oh, great. Wait, why do you go for a ship with no weapons? The ship was undergoing maintenance, so security was lighter. It was an emergency, so I didn't have time to be picky. An emergency? Wait, you don't mean... I mean the fact I was caught on the Glorious? Enough. We're gonna be flying rough, so hang on to something. Wah! Try to get close to a liberal patrol. Maybe Morgan will notice. Oh no, one of them went under. It's gonna come up and ambush us. Yep. Exploiting the cloud layer. This is bad. The guys chasing us seem pretty good. Pilots have been put through one of the Society's pilot-focused enhancement programs, most likely. They won't be very good at adapting to the unusual, but for more common tasks like chasing down a ship, they're very good. I get it, they're like those guys from earlier. If they're bad at adapting, though, maybe we could cause some kind of accident. Were we hit? No, wait, that wasn't our ship. Sky Pirates! Woo! No way. The Bobcat, but why? Because Josette loves you. You got, like... Goodness gracious, there's, like, a love triangle, and Josh is oblivious to everything. Joshua. Joshua, you're on that ship, right? That voice? That voice? Yes, it's me. What are you doing here? I thought you'd be out of Liberal by now. My brother's got all worried that you might run into a problem. So we've been shadowing the flying whale for a while. Really? Who was the one begging us to follow Josh, looking all worked up and ready to faint? Kyle! Enough, you two. Besides, we have a little payback to give the Society ourselves. We thought we could stick around here while we settled the other debt. I see. Thank you. You saved me. Yeah, you better be grateful. Had an eye on you for a while and noticed you weren't firing back. Some kind of problem? I had to take a ship with no armaments. It's proven to be a bit of an issue. I can imagine. Oh, what do we do then? Right then, we split them in two. You probably lose one, right? One? No problem. The plan then. Blessings of Idios be with you. Josh, take care, you hear me? See, the important thing is Estelle needs to remember how cute she thought Josette was at the beginning, and maybe, you know, they can have a happily ever after three-way sky life. Something like that. But yay, we're finally flying the trails in the sky. Yay! Da, 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 da. Still, anything on the radar? Nope, lights are out, looks like. Seems like we completely lost them. Good. Gotta say, I was surprised by the bandits. They're kind of okay. Never thought they'd show up out of the blue to save us like that. Maybe I've been a bit too hard on them? That's true. I just saw us as two parties bound to a contract. But I suppose relationships between people aren't that simple. Hey, now what's this all of a sudden? You put two people together and maybe they'll fight, maybe they'll be friends. All kinds of stuff can happen. It's just how people act, you know? She's trying to get him to admit to fucking Josette. Yes. How people act was never very clear in the world I lived in. Oh. Kill or be killed. Take or be taken from. Till I met you, my life was an endless cycle of such simplicity. But, even you had some good times with Lo and your sister, right? Lo told you about that, did he? It's true I have the memories, but they feel like someone else's. Well, after my heart was shattered, my memories of Hamill were no longer my own. I think it's because I gave up being human and chose to be a puppet. Oh. I do clearly remember my sister's death. She and I were attacked by a man lying in wait for stragglers. The man swatted me away and forced my sister to the ground. Oh. At the time I was too young to know what he probably meant to do. All I know is he was hurting my sister and I had a bad feeling, so I grabbed onto the man's back. I ended up getting crushed and thrown off immediately. Somehow, though, I managed to get my hands on the man's gun. Thinking about it, I wonder, did I have a talent for killing people even then? I'd never even been taught how, but I still removed the safety and pulled the trigger with no hesitation. The man fell over, spewing blood from his mouth, looking confused. At that moment, I realized I'd shot a man. Wasn't quite dead yet, though. He jumped up, combat knife out, screaming and gurgling incoherently with murder in his eyes. I curled up and closed my eyes like I was being attacked by a wild animal. There was no impact. I was embraced by something soft. When I opened my eyes, there was my sister, gently smiling at me. The man had collapsed at some point, and Lo was standing there, dumbstruck with horror. My sister, cradled by Lo, gave me her harmonica, and then she closed her eyes. I remember every detail, you see. Even talking about it like this doesn't make me feel sad. It's just a slight tugging at the heart, like reading a stranger's diary. And the same's true of my time with you. No. No, Josh. That's disassociation. That could be treated with a little bit of therapy and time and a nice supportive home environment. No. I think I was changed a little by touching your warmth. I learned happiness and joy with you, and finally came to think of you as someone dear. But somewhere it all felt as if it was distant. I suspect that's what my real self was feeling. The empty void of the broken puppet that is Joshua Astray. The Gull's Seaside Way. This is goodbye, Estelle. Please don't chase after me anymore. I was a little happy to see you one last time, but even so, we should not be together. Being with someone like me will never be good for you. And to be frank, you'll only be a burden to me. So, you're a terrible liar, you know that? What? Josh, listen. I've seen and heard a lot since you left. And now I think I understand. I understand the reason you left, the real reason. The one you haven't even admitted to yourself. You can't bear to be with me because your heart's broken. You feel like being with me is someone else's story that you can never ever have. Come on, I'll be a bad influence on you? Or you'll hold me back? What? It's all a bunch of lies, every single one. Especially the last one. They aren't lies. No, Josh, really, listen. I understand now. You're really, really scared. What? I think it's your fault your sister died. And you'd never forgive yourself if something happened to me. That's why you ran away from me that night. Everything else was just pinned on afterwards. That's ridiculous. Weissman's conditioning left me incapable of feeling fear. He took away my ability to feel it so I wouldn't hesitate during an operation. You're a little off target, I'm afraid. Oh, no, darn it. I'm not talking about something that superficial. Josh, you said you can't help but feel like your sister's death happened to someone else, right? You know why that is? Of course. It's because I'm a broken wreck of a human being. Nope, wrongo. We aren't letting self-pity get in the way here. Josh, you just don't want to remember how awful it was when your sister died. How you blame yourself for it. Unconsciously, you've been trying to think of it as someone else's problem to get away with it. A lot of people do that. On the ship, don't tell me you weren't afraid there. I mean, it was a lot of work just to sneak on board, right? You didn't even hesitate to help me escape. It's almost as if you were trying to get me away from danger as fast as you could. Danger you were afraid of. You aren't a broken wreck, Josh. You're just scared. Mostly because you care for people so much it breaks your heart. And you're lying about it. That's how I see it. And I know I'm right. But that can't... Why? Can you... Have you forgotten, Buster? I'm Liberal's #1 Joshua Watcher. Now that I know all about your past too, I'm the biggest authority on Joshua Stray in the world. I know more than Weissman or Lowe even. Joshua scared and Joshua brave. Phone call at the worst time, one moment. Yippee! The dramatic cutscene was interrupted by a phone call, and I finally have the consultation with yet another surgeon put in mind, because they've shifted what surgeon I'm doing. So, yay! I have a different surgeon consultation. Well... Yeah, Surgeon 1 was like, you're too fat and I'm not comfortable with it, so I don't want to do it. Surgeon 2 was like, fine, but his staff was transphobic, and I got into a row, and then he's just stopped answering and responding or anything, and now we've got a third, and now they've gone through behind the backs, and they've gotten a third surgeon. Yay! So I have a consultation visit. So not a surgery, just a consultation, but we're not in limbo as much anymore. So that's good. Joshua lying and Joshua honest. Yeah, Joshua brave, Joshua afraid, Joshua alliance, Joshua honest. My beloved Joshua. Oh, Estelle, you missed the opportunity to say Joshua true and Joshua astray. I thought that's where they were going. My beloved Joshua. I finally found you, Josh. I finally reached you. Hug. Stop. But I need to say this. I don't want to just be one more person you feel like you have to protect. As long as I'm a bracer, I can't stay away from danger. That's not going to change even if you leave again, Josh. That's what I have to do to be who I am. And so Josh, let's make a promise. A promise? Let's go forward together from now on and protect each other equally. Well, I mean, I'm still about 7 levels ahead of you, so it'll be a while until you catch up. Shush, Josh. I'm strong enough to be able to cover your back now, Josh. If you're at my side, there's nothing I can't beat. No matter what kind of crazy nonsense the society throws at me, I won't die. So, you don't need to be afraid for me anymore, I promise. Estelle, Okay, crying? Why? How? I haven't been able to cry since Karen died. I could never even shed tears as an act, but now... It's okay. Crying is good for you, Josh. You need to do it. No one's looking. Cry as long as you want. I'll just hold you like this. Yay! They're back together. Uh-huh. That was a little embarrassing. No kidding. Right. Here, let me return this. Oh. Seriously, Josh, this is your only memento of Karen, right? You shouldn't just fob this off on others without thinking, buddy. Yeah. It's a bit thoughtless of me, wasn't it? I was kind of wondering, what kind of person was she? Kind of person? She was friendly to everyone she met. Kind of almost to a fault. She had a dignity born of humility. She and Lo, the Lo of back then, were perfect together. I was always a little jealous of them as a child. Friendly, kind, and dignified. So she was kind of like Chloe then. That's a good comparison, thinking about it. Karen didn't look like Chloe. She had my eyes and hair, but they were similar in spirit. Estelle? Oh, nothing. Speaking of Chloe, you realize you worried her and everyone else sick too, and not just me? You have some serious groveling to do when we get back. Estelle, I don't. If you say something like, oh, I don't have the right to go back, I'm going to drag you back by your hair, okay? Sure, you were Weissman's spy, but you didn't even know it, right? Even helping the bandits get their ship back was done to try to stop the society, right? If you tell Dad about the society's plans, that'll make it even. That's what they call a plea bargain, right? That's not quite how a plea bargain works. Besides, even if you went to stop the society, you can't get back on that ship, can you? In that case, your only option is to work with us, a buster. And if you hadn't been abducted, I would have destroyed the Glorious as I originally planned. Yeah, okay, sorry. Wait, hold on. How can you say destroy the Glorious so easily? I know it's the society we're talking about, but were you really gonna just kill them all? It'll take nothing less to stop Weissman and Lowe. Even then, there's a decent chance they'd survive the destruction of the Glorious. Oh, for the love of... Well, actually, I think it is for the best I got caught. You were going to do something completely crazy, Josh. You're all still being cute naive again, aren't you? Not at all, it's just... You've matured a lot as a person while we've been apart. But ultimately, you're still Estelle. That makes me happier than I thought possible. Despite it all, it's still you. Come on, Estelle. Why the heck does Joshua's smile still make my heart race? It's because it's been a while, isn't it? It still gets me right there. Huh. Estelle? Oh, hey, you get along pretty well with that tomboy, right? Tomboy? Oh, you mean Josette? Well, at first we had our differences. Even so, we came to understand each other pretty well by the end, I'd say. Understand each... Did you kiss her? What? Question. Answer. Give. Alright, of course I didn't. Our relationship wasn't like that. Oh, good. Then... Can I request a do-over of that night? Estelle, are you asking him to kiss you on the beach? A do-over? Oh. Yeah, the first kiss is really important to a girl, you know? And, it was all your fault that mine got wasted. So you've got to take responsibility, mister. Estelle. I suppose I do. Hey, Joshua! Oh gosh, who's interrupting the two of them making out? Josette. That's the bobcat, I assume. Yeah, that's the bobcat. The tomboy. Oh heck, you got away too, huh? I was hoping you'd stay caught. And maybe I should have thrown you at them as a distraction. But I doubt they'd like grimy tomboys. Come on, Josette, don't start a fight. You won't object to a brief truce, I hope, Miss Bracer. Yeah, well, you did save us back there after all. Thank you, really. We wouldn't have made it without you. There's no need to thank us. I don't remember saving you. Just keep your thanks to yourself, okay? One of you's getting dragged off to prison after all, it looks like. That aside, Astray, what are your plans now? Huh? We came to ask again if you wanted to come with us, but I'm thinking it looks like we don't even need to ask, huh? Yes, forgive me. I'm not really certain how things will go from here. Right now, though, I'll be traveling with Estelle. Josh? I see. Oh. Oh, whatever. At least there's still a chance. What? Josh, remember, you get tired of Miss Airhead over there, just come on back to us. You'll always have a place on the Bobcat, okay? Walk over here and call me Airhead one more time, you greasy tomboy. Thank you, Josette. Don, Kyle, I owe all of you so much. That's our line. Good luck and try to stay safe. Hopefully we'll meet again someday. Estelle, Spade, Josette. If you know, you know. Estelle. What is it? You do understand the enemies we've made are overwhelmingly powerful. You were captured primarily as bait to lure me out, I suspect. That way the Glorious wouldn't be destroyed in Weissman's absence. Oh. And to be honest, Lowe probably could have saved the ship after kicking our bodies into the sea. I'm fairly sure the reason he didn't was out of pity. Pity at how weak I was, I mean. All the Enforcers are the same. In terms of pure power, they are all masters. Far stronger than me. Even Ren. We've picked what will probably be the hardest fight of our lives. Yeah. But I do promise. I promise I won't ever run from reality again. I'll walk with you until the very end. Josh. I promise too. To the very end. Chapter 6, The Whereabouts of Bonds. Finn. I'm saving this. And then I'm gonna, instead of just starting the next chapter, I'm gonna actually end stream here. I heard he is a little upset, like, I don't have to stop yet, but I'm gonna have to stop soon. And that is just such a perfect stopping point. Oh my god. Let's go see if we have enough people to raid out to anyone. Let's see. I don't want to raid with that number, so go forth where you will. If you don't have anyone in particular, I don't know. Urban Ventures playing KSP. Lime Grove is playing Water Park Simulator. Blobber is playing something that inspires him to put a slur in the title, so let's not go there. And there's Sean playing the message from deep space. But in any case, go where you will. And if you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, that bell. Don't actually worry about that. I don't care about the VOD channel. Don't worry about it. But keep an eye for announcements for when I actually finish the script for my fun, enhanced rant about how white supremacy is baked into the heart of the tabletop gaming hobby, and how the mechanics that it inspired may actually be pretty okay, even if we have to try to find a way to make them not shitty. Working title: D&D is racist, and that's okay? Question mark. Working title. I need to get that sensitivity check to make sure it's the appropriate level of offensive. Because I want to offend everyone, but I only want to offend them a little bit. I want them to go, hey, what the hell are you on about, you weirdo? Not like, grr, you know? But in any case, toodles.